And welcome back. You're watching our coverage of the Michael Brelo verdict, which is scheduled to be read in about 50 minutes from now, 48 minutes to be exact. At 10 o'clock this morning, Michael Brelo charged with 2 counts of involuntary manslaughter in the November 29th shooting deaths of Timothy Russell and Melissa Williams. We've been waiting for this verdict for quite some time, and again, we've been talking about it coming today on a Saturday morning, on a holiday weekend. Some theories about that. We'll continue to explore those as we wait for this verdict. But right now, we want to go over to Lena Lai, who's at our legal desk with a special guest for us. Lena, good morning.
Good morning, Russ. Yes, we're here with Ian Friedman, criminal defense attorney, to talk about what we could potentially see coming from this verdict. Brelo faces 2 counts of voluntary manslaughter. Right. There was a big challenge that the prosecution had to face in proving voluntary manslaughter. What was the biggest challenge in your viewpoint?
I think that, well, there's a few of them. Number one, did the bullets that came from Officer Brelo actually kill Tim Russell and Melissa Williams? Number one, were his actions reasonable? Was he justified? Did he act in fear and so forth as the other officers that evening? You know, the big question, how can we say that those bullets actually killed those people? And that's what a lot of the forensic testimony was about. Yeah,
and that was pretty difficult as well, because the investigators from the Bureau of Criminal Investigations determined that they couldn't figure out which bullets was whose, which ones belonged to which officers, because they all shared the same polygonal barrel
the Glock
from the department-issued
Glocks.
Right. So they couldn't figure that part out. Okay, so now there are lesser charges that the judge could consider, which a lot of people don't really understand how that can be. For example, some of the lesser charges the judge could consider: attempted voluntary manslaughter, possibly aggravated assault. A lot of confusion out there in the public. How could it be that he could be charged with or convicted of these lesser crimes if he wasn't charged with those?
So and that's always the big question. It's pretty complicated. Lawyers argue all the time about what's a lesser included offense. I think the easiest example is, let's say we talk about felonious assault, and just by way of example, and for that you need serious physical harm. For someone to commit that, however, against someone, they would have had to have committed the lesser included, which is simple assault, which is just harm at any level. So in order to commit the felonious, you would have had to have committed the lesser included simple assault. So here, what was asked was, we've got the voluntary manslaughter, the lesser included for involuntary. All right, so again, you can't commit the voluntary unless you've committed the attempted. All right, and that's what they're asking for here. The judge said he would take it under consideration. The aggravated assault, the judge will consider all of these things, but I think most people are thinking it's going to be an all or nothing here.
Oh, okay. As far as it goes with the attempted manslaughter, potential attempted manslaughter conviction, what if Brelo believed that the 2 people were still alive? But does that still apply here?
It comes into play more so, okay, because now it's what the attempt was. But still, they're still going to have the forensics backing that up, and that's why the court is just going to take it into consideration and consider many, many weeks of very complicated testimony.
Okay, Ian, stay with us. Thank you very much for your expertise, and we'll continue to analyze everything as it continues to unfold. Russ, back to you.
All right, Lena, thanks.